I will see you next month on the Games of Canada. Long may your big Hey, Brian. I already recorded it. So I'm going to have to throw everything out now and redo it. Come on, no. You know how I feel about Valentine's Day. Look, I understand it's a sponsor issue and everything, but come on, be a little understanding here. Fine, I'll redo it. All right, thanks. Bad news, guys. Apparently the sponsors don't want me to bash Valentine's Day anymore, so we got to do this all over again. Yeah, I know. All right, yeah. Give me a couple minutes. We'll try this again. 21. I'm Marc Power, and this is the month of love. It's probably the happiest time of the year when everybody's getting together, being romantic, and this is bullshit. All right, Valentine's Day, we all know it's just a big marketing campaign. And I've said before that I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day, but I've actually been doing some research, and there's some interesting little factoids about Valentine's Day. Like, for instance, it's all based on the Greek god Eros, who shot arrows at people. Actually believe this crap? You shoot an arrow at somebody and it makes you fall in love? Yeah, where I come from, you shoot an arrow at somebody, they die. Valentine's Day's origins date back hundreds and thousands of years. In fact, did you know that... I can't do it. I can't do this. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! I'll say whatever I want to say, and we'll do it live. Fucking Valentine's Day sucks.
They've been married 23 years, and these are their children, Jill, Kathy, and Brad. This is Barry and Shirley Claridge. They've been married 28 years, and these are their children, Jody and Jenny. This is John and Nita Hornishberger. They've been married 20 years, and these are their children, Leanna, Jen, Jason, and Tom. Today, these three families will be competing to win Mom and Dad a romantic second honeymoon. And now, here's the host of Second Honeymoon, Wink Martindale.
Why, thank you. Welcome to Second Honeymoon, the show that takes a look at three families just like your own to find out how much or how little the kids really know about Mom and Dad.
Second Honeymoon was a short-lived family game show. It was produced out of Vancouver and aired on Global in Canada, as well as on the Christian Broadcasting Network in the United States. It debuted on September 2nd of 1987, with new episodes turned out until May, before the series went into reruns until September 2nd, 1988, after which it was canceled. The show was created by game show legend Wink Martindale, based off an idea for a show suggested by his wife Sandy, and it was produced by his production company, which he ran with business partner Jerry Gilden. Wink talked at lengths about the show on the Game TV documentary The Search for Canada's Game Shows, and said he fell in love with the city of Vancouver after hosting The Last Word there, and was eager to go back. As host, Wink chose local weatherman Wayne Cox, and personally mentored him, which proves that not only was Wink a terrific host, but also a great teacher, because Wayne was fantastic here, and seems right at home, which is unheard of for a first game show. Wayne keeps the game moving along. He interacts great with the families, especially the kids, and really makes the show barrel laughs. The announcer was local radio personality Doc Harris. The game is essentially a Newlywed Game clone, number 6124 as I recall. It features 3 families composed of a mom, a dad, and at least 2 kids. In round 1, the parents are secluded, while the kids are asked 2 questions and try to predict how the mother would answer from one of 3 choices. The questions are all based on hypothetical situations. Now, I've seen Newlywed Game clones use multiple choice questions before, and for me, that kind of weakens things a little, since there's less room for spontaneity. When it's open-ended, there's a lot of potential for an unexpected and often hilarious and racy answer. But somehow they pull it off here, and Wayne was still able to get some funny responses from the kids. Part of the reason they probably went to multiple choice was the fact the show was being aired on the Christian Broadcasting Network. Therefore, they had to keep things PG. Wayne even mentioned on the Game TV documentary that network censors were very strict with them and it often caused problems. He even mentioned one occasion where a writer was fired for submitting a question that the network deemed too risque. Well, that's a bit of an overreaction. After collecting the answers, the parents are brought back into the game, and the moms try to match the kids' answers. The first question's worth 20 points, while the second is worth 40. In round 2, the process repeats, except this time the kids try to predict how the father will answer questions. 60 points for the first question if they match, 80 points for the second. I must say I like the point structure here. It prevents runaway games and makes each question matter. But it's also done in such a way that one question doesn't totally overpower another and render it meaningless. In the final round, the parents and 2 kids each write their answers to one final question pertaining to the father. The father's answer is revealed first, and each player who matched their father scores 100 points. At the end of the round, the family with the most points wins the game, and the parents are jetted off on an all-expenses-paid romantic second honeymoon. Wink called the show perfect in the Game TV documentary, but as far as I'm concerned, that's a pretty highfalutin opinion. I appreciate that he takes pride in his work, but if it was perfect, why did the show only last 1 season? It would still be around today if it was perfect. I think the problem with the show may have been that it was too similar to the Newlywed Game, which was still doing very well in the United States. And compared to the Newlywed Game, Second Honeymoon just felt too watered down with the tamer questions. Also, the show was giving away an expensive trip every time, which is pretty rare in Canada with our smaller budgets. So I would think maybe Global felt the show had to be a home run to justify such an expense. And although ratings were well, they weren't a home run. Wayne Cox would go on to host 2 more game shows on air in Canada, Talk About and Acting Crazy. Neither one had an overly long run, but both have a large following and have often appeared in reruns. He also meanwhile served as meteorologist with Global, based out of Vancouver, until he retired in 2012. It's a shame he didn't get more gigs as a game show host, because he was a terrific one, and he's achieved legendary status here in Canada. Now, as I mentioned last month, Wink would go on to have better success as a producer with Bumper Stumpers, which launched that same year. And he then went on to produce and host The Great Getaway Game for the Travel Channel and the Interactive Family Channel shows, and received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2007. That's going to wrap it up for this month on the Game Show Canada. On behalf of all of us, this is Marc Power saying long may your big jib draw. Become a Patreon backer at www.patreon.com/GameShowGumbo or check out our website www.gameshowgumbo.com. This has been an impressive production.